say. I'm not risking it all for anything less than a redhead. Oh, we're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Artistic Biker Live on Thursday nights when we paint to our little heart's content and we tell stories and we talk about life in general. I am a bachelor tonight. My wife and kids have gone. My son is camping in New Mexico, and my wife and daughter have left for Oklahoma, and that means that I am a bachelor for the next few days. So if you know any redheads looking for a home, they have to be ready to leave by Wednesday. But otherwise, we're good to go. Guys, thank you so much. Here we are tonight. It is another Thursday night when I get to art with my besties. It is my favorite night of the week, and I thought tonight I would do some yarn. I haven't drawn or painted yarn in a very long time. My wife and daughter are reorganizing the house, and my daughter's got big piles of yarn because she's a crocheter, and she's got big piles of yarn, and they're all everywhere now that they're reorganizing the house. And I thought that'd be pretty neat to draw, but I'm not going to draw any of her yarn. I've got photo references. So I'm going to do that while I chat with everybody tonight. So let's get on with it. We can sit here and talk about that all we want to. First thing I need to do is gather all my brushes because I was sitting in the kitchen drinking coffee. They baked me cookies before they left. Chocolate chip cookies. What?
Just before you get started, there's Ivy.
Hi, Ivy.
Did you happen to read the caption on the vertical?
Welcome to the chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our...
No. That's not it.
What's it say?
Underneath the picture.
There's a picture?
It says, watercolor yarn is my spirit animal.
That's great. Watercolor yarn is my spirit animal. Let's see how many people that attracts tonight. Watercolor yarn is my spirit animal. No, I made that setup on my phone in the kitchen while I was eating ribs with one hand and working my phone with the other. I don't know that I'm going to need all these brushes tonight, but I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. So, no, I did not see that error, and I think we're just going to have to live with it.
I think it's just funny. Sorry.
It is. We'll see how many people it attracts. It may get a lot of people paying attention. Who knows? So, what was I saying? My son is in New Mexico at a very intense hiking event with the Scouts of America. Probably.
I was going to be Stalker Granny with our Stalker app, but you know what? He doesn't have reception climbing the mountain.
No, and he's probably regretting his life's choices right now.
Yeah.
You know, because that mountain is not an easy mountain to hike. Where they are is Philmont. If you're familiar with the Scouts of America, he's at the Philmont retreat, and for the Scouts, that's like Everest. That's like the Scout Ranger picks you up and says, "Okay, here's everything you need to know on the first day," and then on the second day, he disappears and says, "You've got 8 miles straight up the side of the mountain, and these are the things we expect you to accomplish on the way, and that's where your gear will be. And if you want to eat or drink, that's where you need to be by dark. And if you'd like to sleep in a tent, that's where your gear will be by dark."
Hey, Eagle Man on vertical.
What's up, Eagle Man? 1776. But yeah, that's where my son is. My wife and daughter did that. They didn't do it last year. They did it year before last, right? I think that's right. It might have been longer than that. But my wife and daughter.
3 years ago.
My wife and daughter did it a couple of years ago, and they will tell you it is the most intense experience they've ever had.
For the any listeners that know where the house ski resorts are, that's the same mountains that he's climbing.
Oh,
All the ski runs were black, so it's a very steep mountain.
so they're climbing all the black slopes on Taos.
Yep.
So anyway, I'm a bachelor. My wife and daughter went. My mother-in-law passed away last Thanksgiving, just after Thanksgiving, and they've had some paperwork and stuff to deal with. Hey, Anthony. Carreo Festi 77 normali los primos lava la más la alto base la pesque id. That seems like a lot of Spanish or Italian. Not sure. It looks like Spanish. First thing in the morning? I don't know. I can't tell. I'm not that fluent. Anyway, and my wife and daughter have gone to Oklahoma to deal with the last little bit of paperwork and to pick up my mother-in-law's Honda and bring it back so that we would have another functioning automobile, because we technically have 4 drivers in the house and 2 cars and a motorcycle. And so we need one more car. And since neither of the other siblings, my wife's other siblings needs the car, so they gifted it to her. And so my wife and daughter have gone to Oklahoma to get that. And in the meantime, I am here alone, offering shelter to any wayward redheads. But don't tell my wife. And the funny thing is I don't have to worry about her seeing this, because she didn't watch the show. But because my wife has been out of school, she's an art teacher, by the way. Because my wife has been out of school for the last couple of weeks, they have decided to completely reorganize the house, which means they tore everything apart and then they left. So my entire house is in disarray because of all of the reorganization that's been going on. And then all of a sudden, oh, hey, you know what? I better go to Oklahoma. And off they go. I love her so much. She's just a whack job. She's just a wackadoodle for sure. We're going to experiment with this tonight. It's been a very long time since I've tried anything like a ball of yarn. I did an acrylic embroidery scene for my mom, a little card, years and years and years ago. Ivy says, of course they did. I did an embroidery card. I don't have any idea where that card is, but I did a mini painting. Subtle hint. I did a mini painting years ago of an embroidery scene. I did a pretty good job capturing the yarn then, but it has been a very long time since I have attempted to capture yarn textures. So I'm going to try it tonight.
Here's Mr. Rick.
Hello, Mr. Rick. Did he bring his beautiful bride with him?
No.
Let's see here. I don't really like the light source in my reference, so now I have to imagine. I want the light source coming this way. So I am going to put a very light coat of shadow around this sphere this way. If you're interested in shading and learning shading, Ivy has a new book. Is it out yet, Ivy, or is it almost out? Ivy has a new book on shading and coloring on Amazon. Is it on Amazon?
Yeah. Silverboy 43 on the vertical ask question.
Yeah, Severboy, tell what's your question, sir? This messes with Ivy because I'm putting this on here and it's a yellow ball of yarn. She's supposed to get her proof copy tomorrow. She sent me pictures. I have not given them the respect they deserve because I have been in my own little bubble and I need to go look at them. We may show them off. If it's all right with you, I could flip through a little bit of it on the what's on your easel portion of the show tonight.
There's Claudia on the vertical.
But that's up to you because I don't want to take away your. I don't want to take anything away from your thunder there.
Sorry, Claudia has a headache. It's so hot.
Oh, poor Claudia! I saw that you guys are having a heat wave over there. It made the U.S. national news. The heat wave. Did Severboy ask a question?
Not yet.
Okay. I have unfortunately, Hannah, been in my own little bubble, so I have not given your shared file the attention that it deserves, and I'm sorry about that. But she has been going over a lot of shading lessons on her channel during her show. So if you want some really good advice on how to shade, she's got a book coming out.
She said she's supposed to get the proof copy tomorrow.
Right? And she said it was okay with her if I share it during the What's on Your Easel portion.
Correct.
Cool beans. My mom was sitting there trying to talk to me about Claudia coming over to the horizontal. I forgot to tell you I'm going to run the dryer real quick. Now, those are the base shadows. I'm gonna move down to a fussy brush before we ever get to the yellow. I'm gonna do another series of shadows with a fussy brush. I have to be careful though, because the temptation is to go too dark. But I know watercolor dries lighter than it looks. But the temptation is to go entirely too dark. But I want to get some of these really intense shadows. They're not. I don't think intense is the right word for it. But I want to get some of these anchor shadows in place. I'm not trying to be too precise. Because we're also going to come back with some vermilion before we move to yellow. So I'm not trying to be too terribly precise. But I do want some of these anchor shadows to be just a bit more than the other. Is he cheering for Pamela? She probably told him to type vermilion. That's funny. Somehow, paint spatters all over my studio. I can't figure out how it happens. If I ever figure out how the paint spatters all over my studio, I'll be happy to let you know that I figured it out.
Went to the grocery store one day this week, and the lady behind the counter says, "What did you make it?" And I looked down and I thought, I don't have any flour or anything. And I looked at her with a puzzled voice, and she said, she pointed to my shirt, and I had thread all over the shirt.
That's good.
I'm gonna have to keep one of those lint removers in the car.
That's good. I like to use the lint remover. I just lay there in the bed with the tape and just run it over my chest. Rick says the paint everywhere is called artistic flair. Okay, let me dry this layer real quick. Pamela said Rick was standing in for her while she was gathering her easels, and then she typed in all caps, "Vermilion!" Sorry if that was too loud. That's good. That's good. All right, let's see here. Now we're going to come in. I am going to come in with some vermilion real quick. A real light, because really the thing is yellow. But I'm just going to come in real light with some vermilion because I see red. I see red on the edges of that thread, on the edges of the yellow. And I'm not even going to be too particular about where it is, because the next stage is ochre, and it's really going to tie in. Tell me when you think it starts looking like a ball of yarn. See, but at this stage, I could go with any color I want. I could make it yellow, I could make it red, I could make it blue. Red, yellow, green, red, blue, 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 red, purple, red, yellow.
That is not nice at all.
That song gets stuck in my mom's head. But I especially want especially want the vermilion up here. In the warmth of our light. Now I think I can move straight into ochre from there. There's not much going on in my life. Life has been pretty. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. But life has been pretty consistent is probably the best word I can think of for that. Or persistent. Maybe I should say life has been pretty persistent. I'm not sure. I probably didn't tell you whether or not that was my favorite part that we just did, because it really kind of moved quickly. But we're kind of still in the shading part. Just a little bit.
I remember when we picked blackberries. We picked blackberries, not raspberries.
Are you looking at? Oh, Ivy's picking raspberries. I thought maybe you were on Facebook. Fred and Moonpie have been picking blackberries and bringing them to my beautiful young daughter-in-law.
Yeah, that's strawberry dog in there too.
Isn't that funny? We used to have blackberries all over the farm in Agawam, and I used to make blackberry wine out of them. And that was fantastic. I've thought about growing blackberries here in the backyard. I wonder if I could get a farm exemption for that. What do you think? You think I could get a farm exemption for growing blackberries in the backyard?
I don't know. Gamma says you keep the secrets in you.
Oh, about the shading?
Yep.
I'm a horrible friend. That's for sure.
Problem with blackberries are their prickly vines.
They make a breed that's not prickly. You can buy a kind that doesn't have the prickles. Man, I want to come in with a fountain pen on that so badly. I'm not sure I can express how badly I want to come in and add details with a fountain pen. We'll get to that stage. That's the next part. That's not this painting. That's the next painting. I need to dry that. Then we're going to come in and fussy brush on it. I don't know why the dryer wouldn't stop. The dancing stopped, but the dryer. But I had a stray wire hanging down here. It messed me up. I was like, why is there a stray wire hanging down? It messed me up.
Why did you use yellow?
I like yellow. Do I need a reason? Do I need a reason to choose yellow?
No, I know it's your whatever you want, but it's just interesting you chose yellow.
Do I need a reason to choose yellow for my yarn?
No.
I didn't know I was being critiqued on my color choices.
I just think it's interesting that you chose yellow.
I like yellow. Don't you like yellow?
Sometimes.
I hail from a colorful people.
You what?
I said I hail from a colorful people. This kind of thing is so easy to overwork. That's a line from Boondock Saints. The second Boondock Saints. He says, I hail from a colorful people.
Grandma says with yellow you can crochet a banana.
You could crochet a banana. I'm going to mix some ochre in with that sunshine yellow. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to add Maybe not with that brush. Do I have a small? I don't think I have a smaller brush though. I think that's the smallest brush I have. Oh, I hear a siren. That means we're supposed to stop and color for 10 minutes with the same color. I wasn't prepared. We told Ivy, on Ivy's show, when they hear a train, Ivy stops and for 10 minutes she colors a very complicated scene. She picks one color that the audience has chosen, and she colors with that color for 10 minutes based on that. And the alarm is when the train comes by. But I don't live near train tracks. So we suggested that I do it with sirens because I live across the street from a firehouse and ambulance station. But I wasn't prepared. All right. Starting to look like yarn.
It does look like yarn.
What I think I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to take a little cobalt blue.
So she has all of her yarn out, sorting it?
She just has some of the yarn out. I don't think there's room in the house for all of her yarn to be out.
She's gone for how long?
Are you coming to steal her yarn?
I'm going shop. I can go shopping there. Yeah. She shops in all my fabric.
We've always shopped at your house. You taught me that.
I know.
My mom is talking about coming and shopping my daughter's yarn. You need to know that when my parents got married, my grandparents gave them the key to the house and left and so they could pack up. And when they came back, my parents had taken the television, the air conditioner, anything that wasn't really nailed down. And so they were shocked when I moved out and did the same thing. Of course, it's not as funny because I moved out like 3 times.
Yeah, you were a boomerang.
Yeah.
That was great. It was great.
But I moved out like 3 times. So 3 times I've completely cleaned out their house. I did not mean to make that sharp of a blue line right there. If you want to make something brighter, make everything around it darker. And I want that yarn to stand out as bright. But like I said, it's super easy to overwork this. Can't talk, Artie. Kind of like a cloud, you don't want the edges to be hard because the edge of yarn is not hard. So I'm going to have to come back in with a stiff brush and some water. I'm going to have to kind of scrub those edges just a little bit. He said after he just warned everybody about not overworking it. All right. And then finally, let me have this tiny brush again. One more time. One more again. Let me have this tiny brush. Let's take this tiny brush and let's add in some of these details.
It's true. Heidi says before you know it, it'll actually be going to be Christmas in July, and the music will be right on season again.
Is the music not the right season? Is it not the right season for Christmas music? I thought it was always the right season for Christmas music. I should turn the Christmas music up so I can hear it.
I think it's nice.
Okay. I think that's all the damage I can do. What do you think? I mean, I think I could probably do more actual damage. The shadow underneath could probably be a little darker.
Do you think she'll try a Fennec box? Do you think I can get it to Jay before What's on Your Easel?
A Fennec box? Those are just the big-eared little foxes. They're beautiful. I think that depends on how much detail you do, and you've got about 10 minutes before what's on your easel. You are welcome to try. I think that's it. I could keep messing with it, but I think I'm going to call it done. Let me turn it that way so the people on the vertical can see the whole thing. And then on the horizontal, there it is in the proper orientation. And let's take the tape off of it. For a proper reveal. I think if I were going to do it again, I think I would focus more on the fuzzy aspect of it. I like the complication of the knotting going in different directions, but I think I would focus more on the fuzzy aspect of it if I did it again. But the next version will be a more illustrative version, which will focus more on the line art of it. That's what we're going to do after the break. So there is the, what's that? I have to, is this something else I have to guard now? Right. So there's a ball of yarn. I still need to order more paper. I should make a note. Maybe I can get Pamela to tell Alexa to make a note. I don't dare invoke. I don't dare invoke the alphabet beast on my phone for fear that it'll mess up my stream.
Where do you order it from?
This paper, I can get it from Michael's. I can get it. This is Archer's. You know what I should do, especially now that I'm a monetized member of the YouTube community. I should set up an affiliate program and put a link to this in the links below, so that you can buy it off Amazon, and I can make a little bit of profit off of that. I should set that up, because then I could tell you about the watercolor paper I use. I could tell you about the watercolor kit that I use. I could tell you about this is a portable kit. I can't really show you because everything's wet in it right now, but it has a little. Let me see if I can show you. It has a little thumb loop on the bottom. No, I can't tip it because it'll spill. But it has a little thumb loop on the bottom so that you can hold it and paint in the wild. And it's koi watercolors, and I refill it with koi watercolors that I could also put in the affiliate link. The brushes that I use, I could put in the affiliate link. The watercolor pencil that I've used, I could put in the affiliate link. I should do all that, but I don't know why. I don't know why my motivation is not profit. Send a text message to yourself. Ivy says, send a text message to yourself. My motivation is not profit. My motivation is self-improvement and arting with my besties. I am not motivated by money. I am motivated by accomplishment, which is a struggle for my employers. My corporate sponsorship struggles trying to find ways to give me tasks that I can accomplish because I keep accomplishing them. And then I don't have a new task to accomplish and I get bored. We'll find us a blank page. We need to find us a blank page. I could affiliate link. That one's got graphite on it. I could affiliate link. Let's do this one. I could affiliate link the sketchbooks that I use so that you can see the exact type of mixed media sketchbook that I use. I used to have these on subscription. I used to have a whole bunch of these. But I tell you what we're going to do right now. Pamela says, the funny thing is that anytime I evoke the disembodied voice of the oh-so-handy assistant, everyone's phone will answer me, right? That's the same problem I have. That's the exact same problem I have. So I tell you what let's do. Let's take a little break. We'll take about a 5-minute break. Everybody go freshen up your coffee. Put more rum in your coffee. Grab yourself something to drink. Grab a snack. Take a potty break. Whatever it is that will make you want to stay for another hour or so. We'll be right back. We'll come back. We'll do what's on your easel, and then we'll do one more sketch. So one more illustration. So we'll be right back.
Honey.
Yes, my love.
What is this?
That's a bra.
Whose bra?
It's my bra.
Put it on.
No, it's my.
No, if it's your bra, put it on.
No, it's my bra.
Wear it. Put it
It's
on.
my bra. Hello and welcome to the Artistic Biker live from Oasis Studios and Gallery, where we broadcast every Thursday night from 6 to 8 Central Time at artisticbiker.com/Ustream. That's the letter U stream. I got me a lover down in New Orleans, kept him warm in the winter, left me frozen in the spring. Why am I? How the seasons go by. I like to get high and I love to get low, so the hearts keep breaking and the heads just roll. Whoa. So the story goes. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. I'm climbing over mountains and I'm sailing overseas. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. They always wanna come, but they never wanna leave. My exes and the uh-ohs, they haunt me. Like a ghost, they want me to make them uh-oh, and they won't let go. X's and O's. In just 7 days, art can make you a man.
Or a woman.
I'm sorry, buddy, but you were made from a Ken doll. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What day is it? Who can tell me what day it is?
I wish you could see her face.
What day is it? Mom. What day is it? What day is it? What day is it? Come on, I know you can hear me. Don't pretend you can't hear me. Mom. What day is it? Mom. Missy.
Don't say I love you.
What day is it? Missy. What day is it? Come on, Missy. Come on. What day is it? What day is it? Little girl. What day? Come on, tell me, what day is it? What day is it? Thursday! Woohoo! Thursday! The artistic backer will make you happier than a Norse god on Thursday. Wish my wife was here. She always knows where my glasses are. Raindrops are falling on my head, just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed. Nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job, those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. Is your own imagination, so use it, that's what it's for, Go inside, all you find is inspiration. Your dreams will open the door, open up your, it makes no difference if you're black or white, if you're a boy or a girl. If the music's pumping, it will give you new life. You're a superstar, yes, that's what you are, you know it. Come on, Vogue. Let your body move to the music. Hey, come on, Vogue. Let your body go with the flow. You know you can do it. You know, what makes that especially funny is I ride a motorcycle most of the time, and all of that music is playing inside my helmet. I have Bluetooth. I have Bluetooth inside my helmet, and so all of that music is playing inside my helmet, and I'm stopped at stoplights dancing. I'm singing along just at the top of my lungs, but nobody can hear me. They can just see me dancing. And so all of that stuff you see is exactly what it's it's like inside my helmet. It's crazy to me that uh, you think these biker dudes are just cruising down the road, just being mean and surly to people, and in their head, inside their helmet, or even just inside their head, it's like do we do 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 we do 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 we do. I guarantee you, we're all just a little bit. Why is that? Why is my camera changing? Why is my camera changing? Why? It didn't change when I wanted it to change. Why is it changing when I don't want it to change? So we're going to do what's on your easel, if we can. The screen is going to go black for just a moment while I change over to the what's on your easel screen. Ooh, that was fast. You almost didn't even notice it. All right, so let's see here. Outlook. So we have a few easels from the last few days because they didn't work out. But I'm going to show you what Rick has sent me some easels over the last few weeks where he has arted along with me in the mornings when I do my morning show. Here is an American bullfrog. He sketches this on his Kindle while he is watching me sketch on the 5:30 in the morning show. That's a good job on that bullfrog. And then here's and I don't, is it a fossa or a fossa? If anybody knows, shout it out. Here's the top key predator in Madagascar. It's I believe it's a fossa. And then here's a Champagne d'Argent rabbit. Like I said, he sketches along with me in the mornings at 5:30 a.m. Texas time. And then this one, what was this one? There's no subject. Oh, it's a Dutch rabbit. That was this morning. Here's the Dutch rabbit, just so you can just so you can see. Dun dun dun. That's this one. So there's that. And then there's Rick's. And there's that. And then there's Rick's. So I mean, that's fun times. That's fun stuff. And then Pamela sent avert your eyes. It may be porn. Small. I think it's a bee because it's small. I know it's a bee. Looks like a bee on a cactus. And then what's this one? Is that a pig? He still says small. A piglet? More bees? And then an eagle. That's she sketched that one along with me also. Well, she may not have done it along with me, but she did it. I recognize the pose. She sketched that with me. That makes me very happy. I love when people sketch along with me. It just makes my little heart soar. And then is that an elephant? Elephant eye? And then that looks like a dragonfly face. Dragonflies always look like they're up to no good. I don't know if you've ever seen a dragonfly face up close, but they always have this little I'm up to no good smirk. This is some kind of okapi. Oh, oh, oh. What did I lose? Where am I? Oh, there's the dragonfly. There's the okapi type thing. That was it. Okay. And then Rick sent easel nonsense, it says. Yeah, it's a goat. Just being a little nonsensical. That's how I feel in the mornings. That's a screaming goat for you. Goat and a quick background. Looks like you're having a lot of fun with that Kindle, sir. And then Ivy sent me, Pamela sent me a sticker. Ivy sent a preview attachment where it says she finished a book today. Oh no, but that's a YouTube link. Hang on. We got to go back just a second because I got to read that. Ivy Superb Swatches. This book is dedicated to all those who support me on my YouTube channel, Ivy Sunny Flowers. A special thank you to my dear friends, Gaming with Just Joe, JR Games for their contributions to this book, YouTube Gaming with Just Joe, YouTube JR Games, copyright is reserved, yada, 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 yada. You can also find me online, and it's got all our socials. This is a 5-minute video. Probably not going to show the 5-minute video. But I do want you to see the absolute beginner's guide to colored pencils. Which pencils should you choose? There's a lot of writing there. But look at the drawings that she has in here to show you, to give you a way to study the color wheel. She gives you things to practice with. The hardest thing about most books is they tell you how to do it, but they don't give you anything to practice with. So here she is giving you swatches to practice shading with, things to practice coloring on, things to test out your colored pencils with.
Pamela's sticker was the Fennec Fox.
Pamela's sticker was the Phoenix Fox. All right, let me see that. Was that on Facebook?
You just said, you just said Pamela sent a sticker.
That's Simon's cat. I don't see a Fennec Fox. That was Simon's cat. There it is. There it is. There's the Fennec Fox. Those are amazing animals. But if you get a chance, go check out Ivy's channel, Ivy Sunny Flowers. Go check out Ivy's channel. Go watch the full. It's a 5-minute flip through. Go watch the full 5-minute flip through. Ivy Sunny Flowers on Facebook. I mean on Instagram. Well, everywhere actually. On YouTube. And I guarantee you, when that book goes live, you're going to hear me shouting it from the rooftops. So I guarantee you, I'm looking forward to it. But in the meantime, that's what was on your easel. What was on my easel? You know, my easel is more along the lines of electronics. And if you can bear with me for just a minute, I will go grab it and I'll be right back.
All over Paris, the city winks to the bells of Notre Dame. The fisherman fishes, the baker man bakes to the bells of Notre Dame. To the big bells as loud as thunder, to the little bells as a song. And some say the soul of the city's the toll of the bells of Notre Dame. Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else. else. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free, flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me.
Okay, so this is me geeking out. I'm gonna let you look over my shoulder. This is me geeking out while I show you, because I love this. This is the kind of stuff that just thrills my little nerd heart to no end, like you would not believe. So this is my daily carry bag. It's got my sketchbooks. It's got my little. Maybe one day we'll do a thing through there that shows all this sketching stuff that I have in there. But this is a little 10-inch monitor. It's all it is. It's just a little lightweight 10-inch monitor, and it sits in this little stand. I'm sorry. I'm excited. It's geeky time for me. It sits in this little stand like this, right? And then what I can do with my little monitor is I have this little USB hub, and I have this little power supply. I won't go through the trouble of actually setting it up with my phone, but I have these cables, and there is the power supply with a 180 degree cable that I can take and I can plug in to the power port. Here is the HDMI cable that I can plug in with a 180 degree HDMI bend in it. And here is my USB hub that I can take and I can plug my HDMI port into. Here's my battery pack that I can plug my phone into. I glued magnets to the back of it and washers to the back of my monitor so that it all just sticks on there like that. Like so. And then I have an extension cord for this USB cable. And I can set it up. Of course, I'm in a hurry, so everything's messing up on me. I can set it up on this stand with this cable. I can plug this cable into the USB-C port on that phone. I'm sorry, I'm geeking out. I get to geek out. Every once in a while, I just get to geek out. I know it's an art channel, but the point of this is to be creative, right? It's not just about art. It's about creativity. So then I have a keyboard, and I have a mouse, and I have turned this. This is about $50 worth of equipment. This $50 of equipment turns that phone into a laptop. And all of the stuff that I do on my phone, edit video, edit photos, edit titles, edit thumbnails, all the stuff that I do on my phone, I can hook up to this monitor, this keyboard, and this mouse, and it'll work just like a Chromebook. And I didn't have to pay for a Chromebook. And no matter what, when I change phones, this setup will still work. I don't have to. You can buy this setup for like $300 as a setup, but I only paid like $50 for all of this. And so,
slow down. We're here for you.
So I'm really excited. I'm really excited about this. I would love to hear. Hang on. Let me see. Let me do this. Watch it not work because everybody's watching. Yeah. Yeah, watch it. Watch it absolutely not work because everybody's watching. Because I have everybody here watching. There we go. Dun dun dun. Turn my mouse on. Oh wait, I gotta put the bob in. So now I have a laptop here where I can let's see, let's do something goofy. Like let's go to, how far do I have to go to find this? YouTube. Blow this up. Search Ivy Sunny Flowers. Look, you're right at the top of my search. And right there, I've got full blown access to. I wonder what's going on with that. Oh, gotta wait for her to get started. That's what's wrong. Look here. And so there's Ivy coloring on the monitor. I wonder if I could turn the monitor this way. Now, if that didn't work. But anyway, I can use this as a monitor and still use my phone. And I'm really proud of this. I was really excited. Totally portable. This makes the whole thing. I can edit video. I can do everything I want to do completely mobile. Makes me, anyway, this is what's been on my easel this week. This is the creative stuff that I have been doing on my easel. So that's enough of that. Let me put this away real quick. While I put this away, we'll go back to my face. So that's what was on my easel. That's what was on your easel. If you would like to be a part of what's on your easel, simply send an email to blade@artisticbiker.com with the subject line easel, and we will use your works to inspire other people, because that's what this show is all about, is inspiring people to express their creativity. Ivy says she wants it. Maybe I could put the affiliate links below, but it turns my phone and whatever phone I have after, all the photographs on my phone, all the video that I shoot on my phone, everything that's on my phone, it makes it all part of the laptop. So I don't have to transfer stuff from my phone to a computer to do stuff with it. I can just work straight from my phone. And it gives me a chance to go to Oklahoma or anything like that, and I can continue to use my setup while I'm out of state. It's not quite set up for streaming. I haven't figured out how to add multiple cameras to it with this setup. The multiple camera setup I want is about $1,500. But I want that setup very, very badly. The main reason I want that setup is because then I could do stuff like I could go to the zoo, and I could set up at the zoo with an off-axis camera and a camera on my over my shoulder at my artwork, and a camera out in front showing what I'm looking at. And then you could rotate between what I'm painting, the elephants, and watching me paint. But that also works if I go to the Alamo. That also works if I go to SeaWorld. Wherever I decide to go that I want to art, I can go and I can take you with me, and we can live stream from there. And that's what I want to do. And so all of this, every bit of this, is an effort to get closer to that. Anyway, I was excited about it. I don't know if you could tell that I was excited about it. I don't know. I might have come off a bit stoic, but in case you couldn't tell, I'm a little geeked out about it. I really enjoy this kind of nonsense. I get these ideas in my head and I get completely focused on it, and then that's all I spend the next several weeks of my life doing. Look at even my little stand folds up. I spend that big. I will sit there and for weeks I will consider it, figure out what I want to do, and figure out the most equitable way to make it happen, and then drop it all on the floor and watch it shatter. No, that's not going to happen. Okay, so that's what was on my easel. That's what was on your easel. If you would like to be a part of what's on your easel, simply send an email to blade@artisticbiker.com with easel in the subject line. And we will use what's on your easel to inspire other people to do stuff, because that is what this show is all about, is inspiring people to be creative. And people, when they think about creativity, they always go straight to art, drawing, painting, sculpting, dancing, singing, playing an instrument. They always go straight to that, and they completely neglect the fact that there's creativity in childcare, electronics, there's creativity in personnel management, there's creativity in finance. And if you don't think there's creativity in finance, then you've never filled out an expense report or a tax form. So whatever it is you are drawing, painting, sculpting, making love to, send me pictures. I may not show everybody else the pictures, but I certainly want to see what you're doing. And if I can, I will share it with everybody else. Blade@artisticbiker.com with the subject line easel, and we'll use your creativity to inspire others. That said, let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. All right. Ukulele. Claudia's been playing ukulele. Claudia, do you have video of you playing ukulele? You should send me videos of you playing ukulele. Especially, weren't you taking Spanish lessons recently? Especially since you were taking Spanish lessons, you could play Don't Cry For Me Argentina. You could play La Bamba. You could combine those passions. But yeah, Claudia, especially if you are playing ukulele, you should absolutely share that with us. I've thought about incorporating 10-minute faces in my day again. Maybe 20-minute faces. I have a hankering to get better at portraiture. And so I want to get better drawing faces. And the biggest problem I have with getting better at drawing faces is all of the lessons that you find on how to draw faces all start with draw an egg, add shadows, make it a face. And very few of them, like Ivy's book, gives you things to practice on. If I were to do a how-to book, that is the one thing I would absolutely include, would be drills. You know, you buy these how to draw books, and these how to draw books, they're happy to show you that they can draw, but they don't spend very much time giving you practice lessons, practical practice lessons. That was one of the first things I noticed about Ivy's book, is that she gives you practical practice. But how many times have you bought a book on how to draw dinosaurs, for instance, as a child? How to draw dinosaurs. Draw a circle, connect the circle with sticks, shade it, and it's a dinosaur. And their dinosaur is like Science Illustrated dinosaur, and your dinosaur is circle and sticks with shadows dinosaur. Are you talking to me? How come you're not on? Something's happened to you. Try that again. There we go.
On horizontal.
Car movie beatdown. Go Knicks for 80s babies. Happiness is warm. Keen movie. Not really pertinent to what we're talking about, Carg, but I mean, if you don't want to, if you don't mind settling down, we're having a good time drawing some art. But anyway, what was I saying? That was one of the things that I noticed about all of the art manual books, is that they're so keen to say, you know, these are the steps, but they don't really give you a way to practice. And that's been an ongoing joke on the channel for a long, long time. 3.Diva Dave and I used to send. Yeah, he's gone. Kick him. 3.Diva Dave and I used to send memes to each other all the time about how it's like draw a cat, and you get like three shots, three images, and then it's a cat. I found this really neat basket of yarn. It's not, no, this is somebody else's picture. This is not my daughter. My daughter is not this organized. My daughter learns her organization skills from me and her mother. So as much as I'd love for everything around our house to be organized like this, this is a level of organization my house will just never see. I'm giving you essence of basket down here. All right, that's enough pencil. The pencil will confuse you. If you spend too much time messing with the pencil will confuse you. Ah. What's happened? Netherlands versus Tunisia, 3-1. Yay! Claudia says flying lessons. When she moderates someone out of her live, she gives them flying lessons. I made the mistake one time of letting somebody who was a bit abusive stay in my channel just a bit too long, because the abuse was not immediately apparent to me. But the people he abused took offense and initiated a campaign against me because of it. And one, I swore to not let my fans be abused like that again. And two, I swore to not tolerate people who campaign against me ever again. That was the outcome of that. But I have no problems giving somebody flying lessons.
No, Ivy swats the mosquitoes.
I've been swatted from Ivy's channel a few times. Ivy had a system set up that would automatically take care of people who typed in all caps or who commented too much or whatever. And you know, I'm an excitable person. And I got swatted from Ivy's channel a few times. I think she since made me an admin so that I can't be swatted anymore. But I got to tell you, sometimes I probably deserve to be swatted. Essence of basket. Just remember, you can't fix a bad drawing. You can't fix a bad painting if you have a bad drawing, you can't make it better by painting over it. So take your time and get the drawing exactly as you intended. I am having some fun with the abstract tonight. So if you are trying to capture a particular drawing, just remember to take your time, because if you do not, you cannot recover. No matter how good a painter you are, you cannot fix a bad drawing with paint. So take your time, get those lines just right. Do not imitate me, because I guarantee if you learn anything at all from this channel, it's completely incidental to the program. Completely incidental. Now the trick is going to be to make that look like a basket of yarn and not a basket of bread. We're going to put that to the test tonight, whether or not you can turn a bad drawing into a good painting. Completely by accident. Yeah, if you learn anything on my channel, it's completely by accident. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I should teach. I've thought about putting some instructional videos together. I actually have an account on Skillshare with the intent of putting videos together on Skillshare. But my problem is I don't want to. Yo no quiero. It's not what I enjoy. I enjoy teaching incidentally. I don't enjoy creating lessons. There's very little forethought into what I do. The vast majority of what I do is I'm by the seat of my pants. And I'm not wearing pants, so that's an issue. So again, the trick is to make that look like yarn and not like a basket of bread. Okay. Let us start with my favorite part. I'm not going to use the big brush. I'm going to use the not as big brush. Mix up a little bit of Payne's Gray. I make my own Payne's Gray. If you haven't noticed, you can buy Payne's Gray, but if you buy it, it's Payne's Gray. It's whatever that company's version of Payne's Gray is. When I make my own, I can make it as warm or cool as I like. I can make it as dark or as light as I like. And I like my Payne's Gray just a little bit warmer than what most of the manufacturers do. And so I use cobalt blue, and I use Prussian blue, and I use vermilion, and a touch of black, just a touch of black, just to mix up my own Payne's Gray. But this is, without a doubt, my absolute favorite part of the process. When I can bring the lines into shape. Up until now, all of these shapes, all of these things have just been lines on a page. And this allows me to add depth to them. And I love the process. I probably never told you guys how much I love this process. But I feel like we've been friends long enough now. I mean, we've been talking, if you're new to the program, we've been talking for what, hour and a half? But if you're a regular to the program, we've been talking a whole lot longer than that. And I feel like we're close enough now I can share with you how much exactly I love this process.
Pamela says, wait, you just got there. What's your favorite part again?
It would be the shading part. The part that turns the whole thing into a dimensional object. Because up until this part, the whole thing has just been lines on a page. This part gives it life. And I am totally down for it. I am totally here for this part. Essence of basket.
Buddy says the first time she hears that.
It's the first time you've heard it? Really? I'm sorry, Claudia. I've meant to say it so many times now, and I've always been afraid of what people would think of me if they found out that I actually had a favorite portion of the show. So I'm sorry if I've not been forthcoming with this information before. But now that the cat is out of the bag, as it were, I'm going to let the cat play with the yarn a little. Love, love, love this part of it. Just gives the whole thing shape. Look at that. Just gives the whole thing shape. Let me dry that real quick. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, let's make sure those cylinders are shaded properly. Probably should have used the line brush. All right, let me dry that real quick and then we'll come back with some color. Subtle hint. Anytime you see the subtle hint, I'm going to start giving away prizes. Eventually, the goal is to eventually have prizes to give away. But anytime you see the subtle hint, shout out, subtle hint. Let's start a thing like a cheer. Whenever you see the subtle hint, yay, subtle hint. Like train, subtle hint. Maybe I should have a little 5-minute routine that I do every time I see a subtle hint. Somebody shouts out subtle hint. That would be better than that would be better even than the alarms, the sirens rather. Let's start with some yellow ochre. I promise you, Pamela, we will get to the vermilion. But I'm going to start with some yellow ochre. Uh-oh, my basket's gone. My photo reference. Can't talk, Harding. Actually, this part is very easy for me to talk through because this is the hard part is getting all the line work and details down. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but I didn't really focus on details this time around. I'm giving you essence of yarn. Essence of yarn. Now let's have a little vermilion. Ooh, that's a lot of vermilion. I mean, it'll be all right, but that's a lot of vermilion.
Pamela wants to know if she gets a prize for yelling vermilion.
You know what? I can probably arrange for that to happen. You already have a lifetime supply of coloring books. Every time I make a coloring book, I'm going to send you one. But you and Ivy have earned Hawaiian shirts. I need your sizes. You and Ivy have earned Hawaiian shirts. Claudia has earned an Hawaiian shirt also. And I'm not opposed to sending a Hawaiian shirt to Elizabeth. Has anybody checked on Elizabeth? Is she okay? Claudia, I'm going to need you to drive over to see Elizabeth. I know she may be 6 or 7 hours away from you, but she's only 2 inches away from you on a map. We had an Elizabeth sighting the other day. I was happy to see her. Little vermilion. Big as you can make it. You don't quite need a 5X, sweetie. I promise. I like them big. I like them big because I don't like for my clothes to touch me.
Pamela says Hawaii is my size, the big island.
And that's what Ivy said too. As big as you can make it. I like for them to not touch me. So I totally get that. Yeah, I can't tell you. This is so much fun for me. This part right here. This is I'm just playing. I'm just absolutely playing, and I love it. I'm down for it. I'm absolutely playing with this. Having a good time. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe not. I don't know. They can't all be bangers, right? But I'm down for it. They can't all be bangers. Can't talk. Harding. Ooh, the rats are excited. I'm in the garage. The rats are excited. You know, Severboy never did ask his question, did he? Sometimes I depend on you guys asking questions to know what to talk about. All right. Let me dry that real quick, and then we'll ink it. Ivy says, I have parts you don't. I need the big shirt. Ivy, sweetheart. Ivy, I'm a big boy. I got parts. Oh, shoot. Pamela says, I identify as small, but I will need 20 of those for each side. Subtle hint. You know, that's not a bad idea. What if I brought my ukulele down here and every time the subtle hint comes up, every time somebody shouts out subtle hint, I start learning a song on ukulele. Like, for instance, you know, we could pick out something like Over the Rainbow. And every time the subtle hint comes up, every time the chat shouts out subtle hint and the subtle hint comes up, I could stop for 5 minutes and play Over the Rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. Or I could stop and spend 5 minutes drawing a portrait. I could pick a chat member and I could spend 5 minutes drawing a portrait. Which one do you think would work better? I think the problem with playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow is I'd have to stop the Christmas music. Because remember, I can't hear the Christmas music. Write all the ideas up on tiny little pieces of paper, put them in a bucket. When somebody hollers out, settle hint, pull a paper. Now, Pamela, that's a really good idea, and everybody knows I am all about the random object, the random ideas. And as cool as that is, I don't want to do something different every week. I want to settle on something until it's done. Like, for instance, if I do a ukulele song, I want to play the ukulele song until I can play it fluently. Until I can play it error-free, start to finish. If I do a portrait, I want to continue to do the portrait until the portrait is finished. So I mean, it may last several weeks. It may be one of those things we end up doing for several weeks. Especially if it's drawing portraits. Can't talk. Arting. Essence of basket. Because the basket is not the focus. But if I put too much effort into the basket becomes the focus. So it's essence of basket. Kind of looks like a tongue coming out of there. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards the portraiture idea. Snag a picture of Claudia off her page. And every time the audience shouts, "Subtle hint," spend 5 minutes drawing Claudia. And then send it to her. I like that idea. The ukulele idea is not bad either. Essence of yarn. That's what this is. This is essence of yarn. Do you get the sense? Do you get the impression at all that that's a basket of yarn?
Yes.
I hope that works out as an impression, as a basket of yarn. And then the dog had something to say about all that. She's a great protector.
He's very loud.
You know, I have the same problem. I have an alarm system that I can rarely turn on because every time a shadow moves across the door, my dog sounds off and the alarm company calls me. I had to put a blackout curtain over the door simply because the dog
This dog can chase the squirrels today. She can barely walk.
My dog chases squirrels and she never goes outside.
Our squirrels get to fighting underneath the bird feeder poles. So the seed that's falling on the ground.
Yeah?
And they're distracted. And that dog will stand there until the squirrels start fighting amongst themselves, and then she sneaks out of the doggy door. And she's going to catch one of them. She gets closer every day.
Your problem is you're going to find a squirrel in your bed.
Yes, I am.
And it's going to be like that scene in The Godfather. Your dog is going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
And it will be, but it won't be my side. It'll be your dad's side. So that's all right. You can deal with it.
All right. I'll tell you what, though, I'm not quite happy with.
Did you ink the red ball in the middle?
Yes. Yes, I did.
My little mind takes me back to when you did acrylics, so I feel like we need to spray it.
Right. I feel your pain. Speaking of acrylics, where is my tube of white paint? I have a tube of white paint.
And just leave the cannoli?
Leave the cannoli, yeah, from The Godfather. Leave the cannoli.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't believe you missed that.
No, well, my mind is elsewhere, I guess.
Leave the cannoli. You're not supposed to leave the cannoli, you're supposed to take the cannoli. Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
I need to watch that movie again.
I introduced Girl 2 to it, and she was in horror the entire time.
In The Godfather?
Yes. She says, her exact words are, there are no happy endings in this movie. Nothing happy happens in this movie. And you know what? She's not wrong.
No, she isn't, but I like the movie.
Yeah.
It's one of the first movies that I had read the book for the movie, and it's very, very, very close to the book. There's just a couple of things in the movie that, or in the book, that they didn't put in the movie.
You know, I probably bring this up more often than I should, but my mother took me to see The Exorcist when I was 8. And I read the book, and that is the only book that ever gave me nightmares.
Mine was Helter Skelter.
The book, Helter Skelter, didn't give me nightmares. I was too far removed from Sharon Tate. That didn't give me nightmares. But The Exorcist, the book The Exorcist, gave me nightmares. There's an internet gag where a guy takes his boss or his mother-in-law is reading The Exorcist, and she just decides this is the most satanic book she's ever read, and she decides to never read it again, and she throws it off the pier, and he buys another copy of the book and dips it in the ocean and puts it in her desk drawer. All right, so there is my illustrative version of the balls of yarn. And we're going to compare that to the painterly version of the ball of yarn.
I think that's very nice. I like it.
Versus the illustrative. If I turn it this way, you can see the whole thing on the horizontal. If you take the vertical phone, if you're on the vertical and you lock your rotation, you can lock your rotation, then you can turn the phone and see the whole picture. So there's the illustrative, there is the painterly. Illustrative, painterly. Illustrative, painterly. It's like one of those optometrist things. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Dude, I have no idea. I can't tell the difference. So there, I think I like the illustrative. You know what? The thing is I have more fun doing this. And so I think it turns out better when I have more fun with it.
Yeah.
But there are the two versions. Train! Ivy says train. Pamela says, I never leave the gun. Never leave the gun. She's still on The Godfather. All right. So that is what I did this week. Tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. Texas time, should you set your alarm for that sort of thing, tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. Texas time, we will be doing a hammer. And we will talk about all of the different things about hammers. Like, for instance, we will talk about modern primates going through a stone age. There are several primates right now for the last about 1,000 years. For the last 1,000 years, several primates have been going through their own beginnings of a stone age, which is fascinating to watch. Because if we can isolate them and watch it, we may actually watch them develop to further tool use. It's quite interesting. Capuchin monkeys, chimpanzees, all of them, we were watching them go through a stone age. And one of the first tools we develop in a stone age is a hammer. And this thing goes from everything from a jeweler's hammer to a sledgehammer. And we'll talk about all that tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. Texas time. So you will want to set your notification bell so you don't miss any of that. But guys, that's what we've done for tonight. We're going to wrap it up tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. It's my favorite night of the week when I get to art with my besties. I enjoy it every morning when I get to art with my besties, but my favorite night of the week is when I get to art with my besties. I get to sit in here and it's just a free-for-all where we just get to paint whatever I feel like painting, and we get to talk about whatever we feel like talking about. And I really do appreciate all of you turning out. Pamela, Rick, Ivy, Claudia, I really do appreciate all of you turning out. Who do we have over on the vertical side? We had some new people on the vertical side. Severboy, Anthony Cano, Eagle Man. I really appreciate all of you guys turning out for the show tonight. Thank you so much. Be sure and tune in next week. Same Artistic Biker time, same Artistic Biker channel. And if you can make it in the morning, 5:30 a.m. Texas time, we'd love to see you there. And then we dance. We dance until somebody says they see me dancing. My lag is way back, so somebody's going to have to really let me know that I'm dancing, because otherwise the fat man's going to be dancing for a very long time. But we dance until the lag catches up to the stream, so that I know that I don't get cut off mid-sentence. It gives everybody a chance to say hello and goodbye to each other. It allows everybody to ask questions. It allows me to... it gives you a chance to click the clicky thingies, this way if you're on the horizontal or this way if you're on the vertical. But the most important